Game recognized game.
Game.
And welcome back to season 4, episode 38 of the BL Bromancing Live podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Bromancing Live and follow us on Instagram at Bromancing Live. And
Yes.
without further ado, let the bromancing begin. Hey!
We're back. Hey. We're back again without the bros.
Without the bros.
Because welcome. But we have a special guest instead.
Woo!
Woo!
Yee.
So, this is Jeffrey Ramos. So, Jeffrey, tell us about yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Get to know us.
Hello, everybody. It seems not only is COVID-19 affecting everything, it's infecting the podcast. Hello, my name is Jeffrey Ramos. I'm an aspiring filmmaker. I got connected with you guys because I listen to podcasts a ton. I'm a big fan, and Brian is a personal friend of mine. I like recently some of my hobbies are salsa dancing. I play the piano. And I was an Eagle Scout, and I do a lot of like business related strategy stuff in my youth. So yeah.
Ooh,
That's
damn.
awesome.
Jeffrey,
Ooh.
you're very accomplished.
No. And look at me.
Yeah.
Look, you guys probably can't see if you're listening at home, but I'm wearing right now what I call a growing teen, since I haven't seen people.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
And then
Same.
Well, Jeffrey, it's a pleasure to have you on. We've been trying to get you on
Yes.
for forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I was so powerful.
We keep
now.
hearing.
We can't have Juan and Check on here.
Yeah, we had to replace them with you.
It's either one or the other. Can't have
Right?
both.
It's
Nah.
all good. They're with us in heart. Man.
Yeah, they're with us in heart, bro.
It matters.
It's just a crew takeover, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So with that out of the way, thank you for introducing yourself, Jeffrey. Let's just start with the bro code. Huh? All right.
Okay.
We'll get a drum roll. So, for our bro code, in quarantine, should you still be wingmanning through texts
Yeah.
and positive posts about your mate?
Through Zoom chats.
Please don't.
Through Zoom chats.
How embarrassing.
Can I have a definite? I want to know what you mean by like wingmanning, because generally when I think wingmanning, I think that's like in the moment you need to do something for your bro, like either pick off the posse or help out, like stage an accident.
Yeah. Or like it's just introducing the men. Like
What I think it is when I thought of this bro code, it was like, okay, they talked about wingmanning in bars. They've talked about wingmanning in clubs. Messaging and doing positive posts about your friend and like tagging these other people to those posts. Basically saying like, oh my God, look at this guy, he's so dope. And kind of like advocating for them like that. Or like getting, or getting a group chat together and like everyone being in the same group chat and this person hyping up the other person. Because I have seen that. That is a thing. It does happen. But should you be doing that?
Oh, that's weird. I mean,
that is weird.
in a club, I get it. Like I wingman for Kevin.
Wingman.
I wingman for Kevin because there was a time where it was Kevin's birthday, I think, or his birthday, his girlfriend. And like I remember we were in the dance floor, and I was like, Kevin, let's go dance. And he was like, nah, man. He's like, nah, I'm done. And I told him, I was like, dude, it's the last call. Let's go dance. I was like, we'll get you some, right?
We'll get you some.
And we got him some. Like I got him some. Like,
Nice.
it's funny how it started off though, because I kind of danced with her first, and then I was kind of like getting her to go near Kevin, and Kevin was like, she was like, oh, your homeboy, like you're gonna leave your homeboy alone. And I told her, I was like, nah, it's cool. Go with him right now. I'm gonna go get a drink.
For sure.
And then what's it called?
Yeah.
I with him. And I was like, all right, that's my boy.
Yeah, if I get added to like a random group message chat, and all of a sudden everybody's talking really nice about that one guy, I'm not gonna take it seriously. Like, I'm just not gonna take it seriously.
I'll talk bad about that person. I'll
Oh,
throw,
nice.
I'll tool in there. I'll be like, hey, dude, you gotta love the cons and the pros, bro. That's all that matters.
What about you, Jeffrey?
I mean, I think we should always be supporting our bros, and you know, if they really need the push and are asking for you, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I'll tell you that. You know, within reason, of course. I'm not gonna be spam chaining my story with them nonstop, especially right now when they're like, do the push-up challenge or do the I don't know, hey yacht challenge. But
Yeah, no.
if they're asking for it, I wouldn't mind. I think you know, being a bro, I think part of that is like, you know, being there in situations, and since we have access to social media now and it's so you know, we use it almost every day. I don't mind, man.
You see,
Okay, but what if they're doing it to you? What if they're hyping you up?
oh,
Will you be okay with a bro hyping you up on social media or on a group chat?
Oh, of course, man. I am all about the clout game. Like, I think that's very nice of them. I mean, they don't have to do
Yeah.
that if they want to. You know, it's like that's nice. I just take the compliment, man.
I would leave the group chat. I'd be like, I gotta stop.
You know,
stop.
yeah, okay,
Because
Jeffrey, I agree with you in the first half, where it's like, to some extent, I think it's fine, but you gotta be subtle about it. You can't just be like all over the place about it, like, oh, I'm posting about Jeffrey every day, like I'm trying to get this girl to love the fudge out of him, you know? That doesn't make sense.
Of course, within reason, yo. It's just like the quote, you know, like everything in moderation, okay? But if the baseline action is like, you know, making a story post or hyping them up on a group chat where the, you know, girl or gal, they're interested in the same one, you hype them up. It's like, hey, we're gonna go to a performance for my homies. They're
Nice.
DJing something. I'll be like, oh yeah, he was great, man. Gotta go to the event. He's great. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's not bad.
See? Yeah, I think it's just a matter of how you're looking at it.
Yeah. Because, like, I think I'm imagining, like, Kevin and Pacheco doing it, and it just doesn't fit. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
But I guess, I mean, how Jeffrey explains it, much clearer,
yeah,
much better.
Steven, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like it's pretty cool, I guess, you know. I mean, like to hype your boy up, yeah. But I mean, like it's one of those things where it's like I don't know. For me, it feels like it's like the middle school thing. Where
Oh,
friend goes to your friend, this is a girl, and be like, hey, my friend over there thinks you're cute. You know, he wants to do that. And then for me, it's like, dude, that's such a pussy move. Like, dude, like go up to the girl and do it yourself. Don't ask your friend, hey, hook me up with this girl, yeah. You know, like you can do it yourself.
well then.
Yeah, man.
Hey, words of wisdom.
That's a good point. I think. I think I'd be. Yeah. I think that's a good point. I don't think I would ever be blatantly like, you know. I wouldn't take the lead for the, you know, I'm not going to be in charge of their flirting. I'm just here to, you know, give them some Yelp reviews, you know, like Yelp review, 5 star, like
5 stars.
5 stars on Yelp.
That type. I would give them that type of padding, you know.
Yeah, I feel like we're
What if like the girl's really, really good, but your friend is like a shitty ass person? Would you still, if he asked you to wingman, would you still do it?
Yeah, because you wouldn't think your bro as a shitty person, bro. That's how it is. At least you try not to. Like you just, you know, that's your bro. You can't be like, oh, my bro's a shitty ass dude, man. Like that's no bro.
But what if she's also your friend?
Oh,
Are you gonna set her up?
I was gonna ask that.
She's not my bro.
Are you gonna possibly put her in a situation in a whole relationship that's like kind of shitty?
I mean, well, I would do it, but I would talk to my bro and be like, "Hey, dude, don't. I wouldn't do this shit with her. You know, like I wouldn't do this stuff with her. I wouldn't do. I would like try to not change him. Would be like, hey, dude, like if he cheats a lot, I'd be like, I wouldn't recommend cheating on this girl because she's pretty good.
Mm.
You're not gonna catch one of these another day, another year,
Mm.
or another time. She's not your regular average girl. She's a
Mm.
girl you meet every once in a while.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
a good solution.
Yeah, it's a good solution actually.
Yeah, it's always hard with friends, I think, especially when you know both. I think, I mean, if you ask, I think you gotta do it, but you gotta be honest, with
Yeah.
both parties. It's like, hey, she's my friend, like, you gotta treat her right. But then on her side, it's like, hey, this is the other story I know about this guy, like, so.
You don't want to throw your friend
I'm
under the
the
bus.
one falling in love in this scenario.
You don't want
So
to throw your bro under the bus. You don't want to
Just like, no,
Like, hey,
I'm
my
okay.
bro.
I'm gonna step out.
Like you don't want to throw him under the bus either. Like let's say Kevin, for example, or Pacheco.
Okay.
Say Pacheco, right? Like he's with a girl, and I know the girl, whatever, girl A, and I'm like, hey, girl A, you're a cool girl, do this, but Pacheco cheats a lot, or he does lies a lot. That's fucked up. You don't want to do that shit. Like you want to keep the secret to yourself.
Yeah.
And just coach your boy. Be like, hey, dude, I wouldn't do this shit with her.
Okay.
Like, he's a good girl.
I think if I considered a bro, then they wouldn't be cheating on multiple people. Like if you earn my bro status, like I am hoping you don't have that. So that would be my level.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's very fair.
Okay.
The bros. The bro.
All right. So it seems like we're in agreement. Everything in moderation, and and just be honest. It's very important to be honest. Okay, cool. Let's move on to our next topic. So, topic for today. Let's talk about simping.
What is it?
So,
what is it?
For those of you who don't know what simping is, let's share it.
Okay.
Do share.
Simping is when you infatuate over women, allowing them to take over your mind and cause you to do things for them that you wouldn't normally do.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I know so many of them.
Okay.
So sprung. Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
Oh no, sprung is a nice way of saying it.
Yeah, that's why. It's basically simping. It's a fucked up way to say it.
Yeah. How do I stop the sharing?
I always thought it was simpleton. I don't know why. Like I thought it meant simpleton.
Oh. See, why can't I get this off? Oh well.
Escape 2 times.
Oh, escape. Boop boop. Boop boop. Lies. Boop boop.
You're sharing your screen. You probably have to click stop sharing.
Just kidding. Don't try it. I'm just joking.
All right. Well, let's just talk about it. So, what do you guys think about simping now that you know the definition? While I try and fix this.
I think it's alright. It's whatever.
It's not alright.
It is not alright.
It's not whatever.
I mean, like the word is whatever. Like it's nothing big for me. Like it's not like a huge word, but I mean, people who said, "Hey," it's on the background.
No.
See, I don't listen. I am not a fan of people. I'm not a fan of people who simp, but it happens.
What do you consider simping? Because there's different people consider simping different with things. Because I've been told simping means that the definition, and simping also means being like all up on a girl, like being like soft, I guess, with a girl. You get me? Like being like, oh, like you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're wonderful. Nothing in the world can compare to you, or something like that. Like, what is that?
I mean, to a level, there's also something very wrong with that too.
Yeah, there's also something very wrong with that as well.
Really? Expressing your love?
Oh, okay, but there's
a difference between love and obsession.
And infatuation as well. Because, okay, the thing about simping is that I notice a lot of people, especially online, like there's going to be like a Twitch streamer or an Instagram girl. These people who have like their private stuff, and these men they just get so infatuated and desperate to the point that they allow themselves to believe that they have a chance with this woman, right? And then they start throwing money at this person, thinking that that'll get them to make them fall in love with them. You know, it's very interesting.
Pornhub Live?
What's up?
Are you talking about Pornhub Live?
No, that's not at all what I'm talking about.
Steven, you're giving yourself away.
No.
Keep that to yourself.
Describe the concept where they do that shit.
Oh, interesting.
Nah, you don't play dumb. I'm dead, Ryan. Nothing wrong with it, bro.
Really? Nothing wrong with it. Okay, interesting.
Steven, I think you're in the wrong Zoom chat. I think
you need to leave.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching Pornhub Live. Not with the simping thing.
Oh.
Listen, I don't know. Jeffrey, give me your thoughts on this. Because personally, I just don't like people who simp. But then again, it happens to all of us at some point. It's just a matter of getting out of it.
Just the word take over your mind. I've already don't like that. My thoughts on this is just you should not do this, but it's very easy to do that because as a guy, you're supposed to face large amounts of rejection. And so getting over that curve, at certain points can be difficult. But as we got to remind ourselves, there's always going to be a girl that, deserves you and that there's always a chance and, you have faith in the future and that there will be a person that matches your level and they'll be your partner.
Oh, damn.
I'm just kidding.
You can Venmo me at Jeffrey Ramos for inspiration.
Single ladies.
Single, ready to mingle. Like
Super.
a Pringle. Like a Pringle.
Ew, let's stop right there. Don't keep it going.
So then, let me throw a scenario. Oh, Eloise, what were you going to say?
I have a question.
What?
So, what do you guys consider it then? Like, do you guys consider being romantic and like all this stuff simping or what?
No, it's not about that. It's like when the chick is toxic as fuck and then he'll still go out of his way to go pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up her calls even though there's not gonna be anything going on. Like, it's to the point where you get her stuff and you obviously not gonna get anything back.
Right.
It's just straight up just like desperate attempts to gain love that you're just not gonna receive.
Yeah, see, it's just romanticism and simping is just very different. Simping is something that's related to desperation. Romanticism,
and you're alone in it.
And you're alone
romanticism,
in it.
There's two of them.
There's two of you, exactly.
In agreement.
And then that brings me to my next question. So, what if one of our boys was simping? How would you get them out of it, or would you let them stay in it?
Talk to them, I guess.
Okay, and what would you say?
I don't know. I don't even know, dude. Apparently, I was thrown into it. When Pacheco was talking in the podcast, I heard it. He was like, "Oh yeah, me and my boy Steven were simping," and I'm like, wait, what? I was listening to you. I was simping with him. Like I was being like, hey man, it's cool, I get it, It's tough. But I was just feeling. I was letting him express his emotion because you don't want to bottle it up. And especially when he was drunk, so he opened up to me a lot, and I guess just be there for them, understand their emotions, let them talk it out, let them realize it,
I guess outside the definition, what we learned right now, generally when I hear simping from people, it's more of like a release, like it's like a sad, like you just take a moment to just be sad with yourself about the situation. And if your bro is in that situation, you gotta you gotta do what you can. People especially these days, it's hard for them to we have cell phones and we just want to not be sad, and I think it's okay to a certain degree, like anything, but let them be sad, but don't let them, like Eloise said, like, oh, I'm picking up her groceries and then afterwards I'm gonna take her test. Like,
but then like at that point, like I don't know what to say to a friend who's doing that, because like obviously they think it's okay because they keep doing it. So I'm like, at that point, do I just like let it be and like you learn the hard way?
I feel like a small intervention might be in order. I don't know exactly what I would say, but I would definitely say that, listen, if there is if the reality is this person will never like you, it's just a matter of getting that person to realize that there's people out there who will. Even though he doesn't see it now, he needs to have faith that there will be someone for him. It's
No, continue. Go
just
ahead.
positive reinforcement that isn't about simping. It's about finding something more valuable. Because I think people forget that there are more valuable things out there, such as love, such as companionship. You know, maybe they're just looking for a companion. So maybe,
get a dog.
Yeah, get a dog. Maybe that helps them from simping. Oh, is that just Cell? Oh, we're getting hacked. We're getting hacked.
It's unfriended all over again.
Oh no, it's unfriended.
It's gonna go out first.
So, Jeffrey, what were you gonna say?
Oh,
That's exactly what happened.
Have you ever had an intervention for someone?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Don't mind me. I'll just play. Y'all go ahead.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Nah, my shit's broke. Oh shit! What's up, Steven? No.
So
Jeffrey.
Hey, what up, man?
I like your hat, bro. You part of the quartet? No. Sing us a little something. No.
This is what the 20s was supposed to be. Now I'm here growing team.
Oh, so by the way,
but what was the question?
Yeah, what was the question again?
Oh, I was asking Brian, have you ever had an intervention on something?
Yeah, someone did intervene with me at one point. I do remember this. It was in college. Ooh. It was my second year. I'm going to make this very quick because we apparently only have 8 minutes. So it was in college. It was my second year. And I remember I'd broken up with the person that I was like deeply, madly in love with, right? And I was getting so desperate to the point that like I would go online and just kind of follow people. Just follow them and leave like really positive comments on their stuff, kind of hoping that they would notice me. And I would do it repeatedly.
Gosh.
Yeah, and then my friend kind of pulled me out of that slowly and surely. He told me like, listen, there will be someone out there for you. And then I found that someone. Her name is Gary. So there you go.
Love story.
Right in the heart, Brian.
Still haven't seen this Gary. What are you talking about, Brian? But whatever.
Oh, whatever. All right. Considering we just had a small intervention there, let's move on to the last topic, which is Florida and spring breakers. So do we have any thoughts about that?
Yeah.
They're a different breed.
I would like to go first if possible.
Go, Jeffrey.
Go,
Jeffrey has the floor.
It is, for me, I think it's totally weak. I condemn this behavior. There's a real situation happening. I am embarrassed and I apologize to everyone in our generation for doing that in my behalf. And I think we got to be taking this thing seriously. The quicker we take it seriously, the quicker we can get over it. And, you know, it's for public health. You know, I don't like having cabin fever, but, you know, I'm doing it because I don't want people to die, you know, or suffer long-term health effects. Fun fact, there's a percentage of people that when they recover, they never regain 20 to 30% of their lung capacity for the rest of their life from COVID-19.
For the rest of their life?
Mm-hmm.
See, and it's dangerous for me and Eloy. See, because we could die.
I could die.
Well, Eloy's been dead in the inside, so. No,
oh, God.
I mean, that's also true.
We're at 120,000 cases, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't want to die physically.
Yeah, it's crazy. This thing's spreading fast. And for us as young people to not do our part is kind of ridiculous.
But you saw the interview though with the kid, and he was like, he was saying like I deserve this. I went to school for this. Like this is my moment. I deserve this. I'm like, dude, you don't, buddy. Chill out, bro. This world doesn't revolve around you. Like, and didn't most of them get the virus?
Yes, they did. They did.
Well, that's what they get, bro. That's what they.
No,
and also like just wait until next year. Who gives a shit? The beach is gonna be there. Florida's still gonna be there.
They have to take it serious because just today alone, we have 20,000 new cases in the U.S.
Yeah.
Just today.
Hey, 20.
We're
you know,
the leading
Hollywood,
one
guys.
too. Like we suck at following directions.
USA.
For real, like we couldn't see like what Italy and China went through. Like that's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Past them.
Like it's just so dumb. And also like the racism that's happening is
Oh
insane.
God.
Yeah, like Mexicans can't get it. What's that about? I guess we can. No, I'm just
No, bro.
kidding. I just made
Wait.
that up. I just made that up.
Not that way. But
Not-
no, like leave Chinese people alone.
Yeah.
Or anybody who
Oh,
looks
yeah.
Asian. Like just
Too much xenophobia
that's
out
so
there.
stupid.
I think that's kind of like the biggest weakness we have as like a society. It's just the fact that like when fear gets us, we just go ape shit. We lose our common sense. Like why
Dude,
the
but it's not even racism to Chinese because I see it firsthand because I work here with customer service, so I work here with people,
Mhm.
and the amount of like these like entitled people, they're mostly white to be honest with you, you know. So like the things they say to us like oh get away from me, you're probably sick. Like I was holding the door for people because we had like a 25 policy thing
wow.
for people at a time, and then like the lady like she would not get in until we like gave her the proper space for her to pass. I'm like whoa
Wow.
man, my bad. And she would like every time we would cough or sneeze, like they were like, "Oh, you guys have it."
You don't even contract it from like just staring at somebody or it's stupid. The person has to cough on you or
Yeah.
cover you.
It would be dumb, bro.
You don't need
Yeah,
to.
like today I saw a tweet from or a post from Eugene from the Try Guys.
Oh.
And he pretty much was like, oh, I went out to go get a drink and this lady was demanding the clerk to get her drink remade because it was made by a Chinese girl.
Wow.
Oh,
And
my
then
God.
Eugene was like, hey, you can't expect anybody to do that just because she's Chinese. You can't just do that. And she was like, oh, are you Chinese? And then she was like, no, but your purse is Chinese, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
So he pretty much told her off, but it's like, dude, like, they're obviously taking the proper measures. That's why she's working there.
Yeah. Very sad.
Ignorant, bro.
Very
Ignorant,
ignorant.
entitled people. They're dumb. But
In a time like this, we need to have solidarity and togetherness.
how do you
Like,
forget that? In a time like this, me and Kevin were getting in shape, ready to hit the town, and then this happens. No, that's the universe working against us, bro. Go ahead, Jeff.
what were you gonna say, Jeff?
Everyone, I think everyone's life was on a roll, like
Yeah.
people were hitting it, and then just bam.
Not
Right?
me. I was having the shittiest time. This is a break. This is amazing. I'm getting my life together.
Elo needed
ruin
this.
it.
Yeah, what's this?
Yeah.
I
Elo's
can't.
working
I'm
right now.
sorry.
I was ready to start like taking protein, taking pre-workout, taking gym way more serious.
Yeah.
And like I had a little schedule going on, like a little like everything set. I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna focus on strength and gain. And then this shit happens, and I'm like,
Yeah. But I don't want to get too motivational, but I did see like this guy, David Goggins. He was saying like, you know, some people take this time, like this isolation, like isolate yourself from the outside world and work on yourself,
Mhm.
and get yourself better, you know, and stuff like that, which you should do. But it's crazy, like for those that are used to going out and stuff like that. All right, look, and this is a perfect format right here to like stay connected, because I do get like not lonely, but I do get like, oh man, I miss this, I miss like seeing people and stuff like that. It's a perfect thing, you know, to do on the weekend or whatever.
But it's crazy though, because some people are going through mad anxiety of
Yeah.
like they don't know how to deal with themselves, and that's terrifying because it's like
That is.
the most comfortable you should be with is with yourself.
Which I know, me and you, we don't have it as bad because we still go to work and we still see people. We still come contact with human beings because naturally
which is bad. I feel like me and Steve are gonna get it. You guys wanna bet?
And,
No, don't say that.
when what's it called, when somebody like is isolated in their house completely, and I did that for a while before I worked with you, and I was bored. I was running out of things to do. I was getting basically anxious, like, or not anxious, but I don't know.
Dude, I honestly wish we do go on lockdown because I've been trying to work on a screenplay for like the past few years. Man, just kidding. So hopefully, finally, get it together, bro. No. Hopefully, Romeo does meet Julia.
I'm thinking of dipping too, like with Kevin, because
I heard. That's all good.
Jeffrey, I was gonna ask you, like, how's everything been for you?
Oh, well, okay. I have a follow-up question too for all you guys.
Perfect.
I mean, it's I consider myself an extrovert, and like I know when I focus, it's harder now to focus on things because I do enjoy that community feel. Sometimes I go to Starbucks or general places like the library to hear other people so I can work. And it's tough. I've like they said, we take advantage of the current technology.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine if there was the 1950s or something. You'd have to be like, dear Brian, it has been 12 fortnights since our last discussion. The winters are long, but so we got that. A lot of cool artists are streaming.
Mhm.
I've done a dance video. My dancer friends like dance, and I got to dance via like the internet. And then there's some musicians that are playing their music live. So I do that. Try to be focused, reconnect. But yeah, this is what we have right now, and do your part. Oh, and my follow-up question, I guess I wanted to know is like, what do you all consider yourself, an introvert or an extrovert?
Half.
Ambivert.
Yeah, same. But it's because I have anxiety, so I thrive very well alone already, but not necessarily because I'm good at it. It's just like naturally, I just don't want to be around people.
Yeah.
But when I am with people, and that's something I'm gonna struggle. I was telling Brian, like going back into society and dealing with people, I'm gonna freak out at some point. Because it's very natural to just have anxiety and just be like, okay, myself again, yay, safe place.
Right.
And then going out and having all of these stimulus, it's gonna be rough. But I'm loving it right now.
I consider myself
Thriving.
Because like I love like social gatherings or just anything to do with somebody else, with socializing with someone else. If I stay home alone forever, I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Even if I play like Animal Crossing for like so I still need to visit somebody's island or somebody like talking to me. I guess connected, right? But if I play Xbox, like I hop on and I see Pacheco and I join his party, or we talk or something.
Yeah.
I like seeing things.
Nah, me, I consider myself a sex enthusiast. Oh, that wasn't the question. My bad. Nah, I think I'm half. Like I do need my alone time, but then when I get to alone, I'm like, oh, dude, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then I like it. Like it got me thinking to like Brian's game nights. How we all gather up. Have a great jolly old time, bro. And sometimes I miss that, or going out to bars and just stuff like that. That's
game night.
it, but
postpone like the Olympics because of the virus.
Yeah.
Also postponing game nights because of the virus. So
how long do you guys think this is gonna be?
Comparable.
Okay, we have like 4 minutes, so let's wrap it up here. But as for the length, probably like an extra 3 or 4 months, honestly.
Really? Rest of the year?
No idea.
I'm thinking probably September. That's when it'll end, probably officially.
I mean, numbers are going up. I don't see it going down.
Listen, here's the problem. There apparently are cases of reinfection back in China.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So there is
They opened up movie theaters. They're idiots.
Right? Yeah. Like, here's my issue. We can all do our part, staying home, quarantining, all this positive stuff, right? But at the end of the day, we don't have a vaccine yet. At the end of the day, we don't have a way of completely fighting this off. So even if we quarantine, even if we do all these pre-measures and stop the virus from spreading too hard, that doesn't guarantee us safety for the next months after that. It just doesn't. There's still a chance.
I think part of that is because we should be testing everybody, not just people that are 90% likely to have it. Like South Korea, they tested every single person, and then they isolated the people that were infected, and that brought the number down. But yes, I think easily the next 2 months are gone. I'm not planning anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough because South Korea is a small country compared to the U.S. and like, it's gonna be impossible to.
There's also way better organized.
That I feel like there's like we have rights, which is good, but then we have too much rights where people be like, no, I can't be tested against my will, my right, or whatever like that. So that's what I think. But I think we should do like with North Korea, and if you're affected, like bam, off with your head, kill them all. No, I'm just kidding.
Have a coffee, get shot.
For real. No, I'm just kidding. But no, hopefully it doesn't last because I lucky like. Yeah, like them reopening stuff like that. Like people are anxious. Like they're ready to get back into it. Like businesses are losing money, bro. Like this stuff.
People are losing jobs.
A lot of unemployment.
this bill that's gonna happen, I don't even think it's like
It's the worst
bill.
idea ever. Honestly,
There's
I hate it.
Yeah,
What
like
bill?
I really don't know
Like,
much
we
politics.
did it, I think.
Brian, what bill?
The $2 trillion thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the stupidest thing I ever heard because they're gonna devalue the currency. They're gonna raise our taxes. Everyone's still gonna be
Monopoly.
homeless. But we're gonna be fucked. That's just the only way out around it. There's
Yeah.
another way.
I think we needed it. I think it was desperately needed.
Oh really?
Potato.
Okay.
Looks like the Cortana. Stupid Cortana.
Oh okay. We're
There
at
you
a
go.
we're at a minute 20,
Oh,
guys.
hey, Pacheco. What's it called? The U.S. is gonna take a depresso.
So stupid.
All right,
You're good,
everyone.
kid. You're good, kid.
All right, guys, we're gonna leave it here because we're running out of time.
Thank you, Louis.
But
Just press stop.
do join us
and then-
next time.
And then let's record again.
Bye, everybody.
This is-
Happy to be on.
Stay safe, everyone. Bye.
Peace in the Middle East.